Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for dancing tonight, Dr. Chris.
Not in the mood for dancing, Bill Apter.
No, even though you make me feel like dancing. BG.
Man, I appreciate it. Very,
I
very
love
much.
them. Yeah, this is our final night. I guess starting next week it'll be you and I on AI, huh?
Yes, indeed. It'll
You
be
know,
AI.
I ran a interview that I did this past Saturday night on the old, now new One Wrestling video channel where I'm going to be putting a lot of content on. And again,
Nice.
that's the number one, not the word, One Wrestling video. And I did a video with Barry Windham, who mentioned that his brother-in-law, Mike Rotunda, is in hospice.
Yeah.
It's so sad. And I can't tell you how many people said to me that the video was AI, it's false. I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Yeah. If you
It's,
check, if you go to Google and you put in something about that video and was it AI or whatever, it says, yes, it was AI. There's no, so the whole
really?
world is going AI.
That's
Yeah, I'm
bad.
going to miss you. I'm going to miss doing this show with you.
Likewise, my friend. Absolutely, man. It's been a fun ride. Uh, you made my life so much easier, Bill. After you don't understand, you don't
Thank you.
understand the gravity of making my life so easier. A little backdrop for those who don't know. Unscripted came from the Sports Kita team, and now my nose is starting to be runny. That's funny. That's
No, you're just trying to cry, but it's okay.
yeah, we'll go with that. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Um, but so started Legion of Raw. Started bumping up the Sports Kita channel. Riju hired me in to just build the podcast world from scratch, and then so I decided to do the Legion of Raw, and of course the namesake of that is Road Warrior Animal. Me and Road Warrior Animal started to become friends, and so he was willing to start a show with me, and so we started the Legion of Raw. Legion of Raw did so
Oh,
well.
wait a minute. I didn't know Road Warrior Animal was your Legion of Raw at the beginning.
Yeah, that's where the name came from.
I didn't know that.
I named the show Legion of Raw after the Legion of Doom.
Well, I didn't know, but he was on your show every week.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why I named the show the Legion of Raw.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
What a rush!
that was from Road Warrior Animal. So
Yeah, what a rush!
So I was coming up with names for so they wanted me to just build the show from scratch. They wanted me to do a post Raw show live, and I said, okay, well, here's who I wanted to be on the show, and this is what I wanted to name it. And so Legion of Raw was born, and so they loved the Legion of Raw so much that Riju wanted me to do a second show, and because he was a big fan of Pancakes and Power Slams because I used to literally interview someone every single week on
Oh, wait,
Pancakes
wait,
and
back
Power
up one
Slams.
minute. Back up
Go
one
ahead, Bill.
minute. From the
Go.
Legion of Raw with Animal, how did it become Vince Russo instead of Animal?
Well, he passed away.
Oh, well, that would. Oh, I thought Russo's with you while Animal was still
No.
alive. Okay, okay.
Vince took over when Animal passed away.
Got it.
Um, and so Unscripted came because Sportskeeda wanted me to do a second show because the first show was doing very well, so they wanted me to do a second show. And Riju was a big fan of, still is a big fan of Pancakes and Power Slams. I used to interview people every single week on Pancakes and Power Slams.
Yeah.
That was a lot of work. so he liked that format. He wanted me to bring it over to Sportskeeda. So that's the genesis of the Tuesday show. And then now I brought all the interviews that I would do every week on Pancakes and Power Slams over to Unscripted. And so those interviews just started to become just way too much for my life, and doing that every single week, putting that together, commitments, contacts, all that.
Putting a TV show together.
Every single week that I used to do an interview, I did all that from scratch, and so I had to call and that was just way too much for my schedule. And so we reformatted it, and this is when Bill Apter was doing some things and inquired in Sportskeeda, and it was like, hey, let's just have Bill Apter join as a permanent host. And that was the best decision that Sportskeeda could have ever done when it comes to Unscripted, because it was a great idea.
Thank you. And I appreciate your love, Dr. Chris.
Yes, indeed. And Bill and I have become great friends ever since.
We will always remain great friends.
Oh yeah.
Because we're not doing this together after tonight doesn't mean we're not going to do it somewhere in the future. We'll just stay in touch. So this past weekend, Barry Rhodes produced a great convention called Glory Days GrappleCon. I was the host of most of it, and he threw me an 80th birthday bash, which was wonderful. About 135 fans showed up for that. I'm totally flattered. But the day before that, along with the first lady of the Cauliflower Alley Club, Darla Staggs, and Bruiser Brody's widow, Barbara Goodish, and my buddy Mark Charles, we decided to do some nostalgia. And none of the three of them really knew much about the Tampa Sportatorium. That's where Gordon Soley did the shows in the TV studio. It's called the Tampa Sportatorium at 106 North Albany in Tampa. And we drove and went, and it's slated for demolition. It only sat like 100 people for the TV tapings, but it was also the office of Eddie Graham, Dusty Rhodes, Buddy Colt, all the greats went there, and it was so goosebumpy being there. When we pulled into the parking lot, I could see the images of all the legends of Florida wrestling going into that TV studio. I kept hearing Gordon Soley's voice in my head. Indeed, we will be right back. A proboscis has been destroyed. And then from there, we went to Hogan's Beach Shop. I had never been there before, and went and got some stuff, and then we went to Hogan's Hangout, and it was so nice to sit there with Darla and Barbara and Mark and munch on some great food and hamburgers, but it was so telling that he wasn't there.
Yeah, I imagine.
I still don't believe he's gone.
You don't
Very
believe
hard
it?
to believe. Yeah,
It's
no.
It's hard to believe. Yeah.
Still can't believe that.
Absolutely. All right, Bill, it's the final show, man.
Well, wait, I have one more thing to talk to you about tomorrow.
Go for it.
On OneWrestlingVideo.com. I have an exclusive interview with the guardian angel of Abdullah the Butcher. I am Queen Malika. And
Okay.
we spoke for 35 minutes about Abdullah, his health issues, and
Mhm.
moving forward. So I'm going to ask everybody watching Unscripted to check the One Wrestling video channel tomorrow morning, Eastern time, and you'll see that. Anyway, what were you going to say?
How's Abdullah's health, by the way?
Well, she asked me not to say anything until the videos run.
Oh, okay. Good teaser there.
So, yeah.
All right. What are we going to talk about, Bill Apter?
Oh, well, we were just talking about it. I don't know. I'm down in Apter's
What's
alley
buzzing,
here.
man? What's going on in the world of professional wrestling that's buzzing, Bill Apter?
Oh, my God. Well, Saturday night's main event is coming up this Saturday. And if
Yeah.
you call up the card on your Featherstone computer there, on your Sportskeeda computer, which, by the way, your computer gets taken back to the company, as you know, after 11:30 tonight. That's it.
Very much incorrect because I
No,
spent
I
a
know.
ton
I'm
of money on
making
this
up a
studio.
story. Play along. The
I
Sportskeeda.
know that you are, but Sportskeeda, as much as they treat me like royalty,
Me
they ain't
too.
got nothing to do with this
Well,
equipment
you
that
will
I'm.
have early tomorrow morning. You will have a Sportskeedian, an alien from Sportskeeda.
I'm
Sportskeedian
gonna
will
knock
knock
on the door.
on your door
Mm,
and confiscate your computer
they're gonna say,
and bring
"Give
it
me
back
that
to
equipment back."
Sportskeeda.
Sportskeeda, yes.
That's what. How
Shout
many
out.
people did you meet that kept calling it Sportskeeda?
Shout out to EC3, man. My good friend EC3 for a lot of his tenure in the beginning of working with us. He would call it Sportskeeda.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that call it Sportskeeda.
Yes, indeed.
So let's
You
talk
know what that
about
means?
Saturday
You know
night's
what that
main event
means?
at the. Huh?
You know what that means?
Yes, Keeda is like a worm. So if we did a
Worm,
show called Bookkedia, it would have been a bookworm. So this is
bookworm.
a sports
Yes,
worm.
yes,
Mm,
sports worm.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
yeah.
All right, let's
So
start off.
you got that card up for
I
Saturday
got
night.
the card, Bill Apter. I got the
I'm going to
card.
walk around Apter's Alley while we're talking here.
All right. Let's start with Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. It's it's a bunch of rematches actually. Like this entire card are all
Well,
rematches.
you accidentally said Striffany Tatton. Did you know that?
No, Tiffany Stratton going
I know.
against
I'm
Jade
just joking.
Cargill.
Well,
What do
I
you think?
like the new improved version of Jade Cargill. It's about they needed to up her one more level, and I think her going crazy over Tiffany Stratton last week on SmackDown proved that they're ready to go one more level up with her, and I think we will find her by the end of her match with gold around her waist as the new women's champion.
All right.
What do you think?
Ooh. Um
Ooh, tough one.
Stratton. I don't think they have enough faith in Jade Cargill as a competitor, like an in-ring competitor yet. I don't think they have enough faith in her yet. She's
Does
still
that
developing as a.
matter anymore?
Oh, absolutely it does.
Okay.
Especially becoming the world champion. That's for sure. And the characters aren't strong enough. Like if Andre won the championship, that would be just fine because one, he had a stick man in Bobby Heenan, and two, he didn't have to be an athlete. You know what I mean? Like he's there.
Yeah, but that was
he's
another
towering. He's
that was
towering
another
over.
time.
He's towering over people, and he's choking and doing his butt pumps on the corner. So that would make sense if Andre had it. But when it's something, but basically based on what we see now, someone like a Jade Cargill, if you want to portray yourself as an athlete, you got to live up to it. I mean, she's very athletic. I mean, she's a freak of nature as far as
Yeah,
aesthetic.
she is.
But at the same time, still some greenness there when it comes to Jade. I still think I think eventually we'll see Jade as champion, but I think the heel turn is still to bump Tiffany Stratton. But you may be right, Bill, because you're much more aware of SmackDown.
No. It's only because it's Saturday night's main event, so it's big to make news.
Yeah, but in so far since Saturday Night's Main Event's been back, what news have they made?
Well, maybe they're going to change it this time.
Okay.
But I just think that they need to up Jade Cargill one more level, and I think giving her the title for a while will do that.
We'll see. Given the title, my philosophy is the person should make the title, not the title makes the person. And so,
well, this could be the other way around.
Well, we've seen that. Yeah. we've seen that too much in modern day WWE, which is the reason why the title doesn't mean as much as it used to be, in my opinion, at least. Dominic Mysterio, Penta, Rusev, Intercontinental Championship once again.
Oh, Dominic Mysterio will keep that title by hook or crook. There might be some interference from the Judgment Day, but they're not all getting along now. But it doesn't matter. Dominic. Somebody asked me the other day, last week, if I had to give someone a Wrestler of the Year award today, who would it be? And it took me a while to think. I was trying to think of the roster of WWE, which years ago I could have named 20 people. And now I'm like, it's more the brand than it is the brand workers. But no one in WWE has elevated himself professionally like they've elevated Dominic Mysterio, and he would actually be my choice today. He's going to keep that title. It's going to be really exciting with Penta and Rusev, but more so he and Penta, going at it together there. They're just natural together, but Dominic's going to retain the title.
Fantastic.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think Dominic's going to retain the title. That's actually a good question as far as who is the Wrestler of the Year in WWE. I mean, it's almost November, so it's about that time anyways.
Yeah.
To determine one. Dominic is Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, think of anybody else who's really raised the bar of himself as a character and worker. He's improved so much during this year. I'm not talking about titles or anything like that. I'm talking about the character he has become. And his ring work has improved yet too. But
I think from the standpoint of the character he's become, with that philosophy, with that type of template, I think he would be edged out by Jey Uso. And I do think Jey Uso's in a downward trajectory, honestly, personally. Yeah. But from the standpoint of winning the Royal Rumble, winning the title at WrestleMania, being in, high caliber matches, being in a co-main event match, even to, in the same card. So I think because of the evolution, what we've seen in Jey Uso over the past 10 months, I think that probably the safe bet would be Jey Uso as the Wrestler of the Year.
Very good point. See, and I didn't think of him. He didn't pop out at me like Dominic did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's talk about the third match, which is Cody Rhodes. Another rematch, singles rematch. We just saw this at WrestlePalooza. Looks like from the reports, Jacob Fatu was injured and he's not going. We got some super chats. We'll get to that in just a moment. Appreciate it. When it comes to Drew McIntyre, it looks like Jacob Fatu was supposed to be the next feud, but he's out.
He was
And
attacked. It was a heinous attack.
kayfabe Bill Apter strikes again, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
bet your kayfabe there.
Absolutely. So Drew McIntyre is now back in the title picture. Just a month later, a little over a month later, after he lost to Cody Rhodes. Do we see Drew McIntyre as the new WWE champion, Bill
I
Apter?
want to see that. I'm not sick of Cody by any means, but I want to see this. Give Drew give Drew his due. That would have been a good magazine headline. Give Drew
Yeah,
his due. Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. Yeah, I want to see Drew do this, and I want to see a slow heel turn on Cody Rhodes finally.
Hmm. Um, I'm all for Drew winning the WWE Championship. I just wish that I wish that the build was much stronger for him to win the title.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
like these. I don't like these cold title reigns, cold title changes. I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of that, man. I think that. Excuse me. I think that Drew McIntyre deserves much more than just a cold title change. The
Yeah.
last title, I mean, we saw what last year we had the title for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He won at WrestleMania, I think, and then was it Drew Damian Priest came out and cashed
Hmm.
his briefcase against Drew, and he hasn't recovered ever since that. You know what I mean? So,
I
and I
know. I
think
get it. I get it.
with all of these with all of these feuds that he's been in and have been on the tail end of all these feuds, I think he deserves a much better build to be champion.
Totally agree. So this might be a shocking championship change.
I don't think it'd be shocking though.
No,
I think that I don't think
well, to the
that's the
normal,
thing. It
to the
just feels
kid
like a
fan,
SmackDown match. That's
to
what
the
this
kid fan, this would be a shock.
to the kid fan.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good point, but does WWE cater to kid fans anymore?
sure. When I- when
General,
I when I
general.
talk to, yeah, I mean when I talk to people about wrestling, oh my kid loves Cody. Oh my kid loves this one. Oh my kid loves that one. Yeah,
I don't think that they cater generally
no,
to the kid
no,
fan anymore. Yeah,
no.
that's what I was asking. I don't think they
Okay.
generally cater to the kid fan, especially since those tickets are astronomically high to the point where kids can't even afford to go anymore. Which
Well,
is
now you and I won't be able to go either.
yeah, we can't even afford to
We
go,
won't
and
get
we
our
get it for
paycheck.
free. Yeah, indeed. But here's the thing, and this before we get to the main event match, before we close up, Mark Shapiro was talking about in a call probably a few weeks ago. It's been a few weeks now. As far as just saying that Vince McMahon didn't get, they're making a step further, a step higher than Vince McMahon when it comes to these ticket prices. And yes, it yes, the tickets are higher, about double since TKO
Yeah.
has acquired WWE. But at the same time, are you diminishing and diluting the product aesthetically as a whole because of these ticket prices? Now you've got to pay. If a father takes a son to WrestleMania and has to buy 2 tickets, you're paying upwards of $40,000. For that, and
Not
that's
for a
that's
kid.
that was unheard of when
Yeah,
it comes
yeah.
to the man era.
But
What do you?
look what it's like to take a family of four to the AMC movie theater and get some popcorn, see a movie. All the kids want popcorn too. You're spending close to $100 for four people.
Yeah, but that's not even close to compare
Well, I know, I know.
WWE ticket prices.
Yeah.
Yes, inflation has affected all of our pockets, but not to those proportions when it comes to TKO
And
prices.
the other thing is, we're back to pay-per-view with TKO now. You want to see the PLEs, you got to go to ESPN Plus
Yeah,
and subscribe. So we're back to the pay-per-view days.
back to the pay per view. I know that makes you happy because you never wanted to get rid of that pay per view name
Oh,
just because
right,
of the old
right,
school.
right.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's talk about CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who you got, Bill
There's
Apter?
going to be a screw job finish with Jimmy Uso involved. I think that Jay is going to Jay's going to somehow screw CM Punk. No, actually, let me change that. Jimmy Uso is going to cost Jay the title. He's going to either interfere or distract him or something, and Punk's going to win. And that's going to start the next feud with Jimmy and Jay, which I never really worked anyway, but they're going to try it again.
Yikes. I don't think that they're going to feud because I think they're going to be on the same team for Survivor Series.
Okay.
So I do think Punk's going to win the title, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think he's going to win.
You said we had some super chats before we go?
Yeah, I was going to get there.
I know that.
Bill Apter. Come on, Apter. All right, here we go. We got Casey is Raw Gaming and Wrestling, $5. Bill Apter, you're a legend and a national treasure. That is very true.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You know what I think when someone says a national treasure? When I was growing up, my favorite singer was Andy Williams. And I remember President Ronald Reagan saying his voice is a national treasure. And when somebody calls me that, it brings me back to those days of the words national treasure.
Oh, beautiful.
And I appreciate it.
Absolutely beautiful, man. Wow. Four matches for Saturday night's main event.
Wait, there's no Roland?
No,
I'm
there's
shocked.
not. Yeah, if Roland was here, I would definitely pull them up.
No,
but I do want to ask you a question, though, Bill.
Go ahead.
The 4 matches for Saturday night's main event. Why so little? The same week of the show.
Oh wait, there's a tag team match. Wasn't there a tag team match added to Bailey? Something with Bailey? No,
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah, but what's your question?
Yeah, 4 matches. What do you think, man? Why is it so little?
Because maybe one match will be, maybe the Dominic match will be, or the Drew McIntyre Cody match will be a long match.
How long you think?
30 minutes.
30 for both?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But one of them at least 30 minutes.
So 30 minutes for one of them, and what?
So we're talking about a 2-hour show, correct?
I don't know. Is it 2 hours?
Is it NBC or Peacock?
It's usually both, isn't it?
No, I think this time may just be Peacock. But if it's NBC, it's going to go from 8 to 10 probably.
Peacock and YouTube.
Yeah, it's not going to be on NBC this time. The ratings didn't justify it.
Speaking of ratings justifying, let's talk about real quick. Let's talk about WrestlePalooza only bringing in 100,000 subs.
Well, that's why they're doing that.
ESPN, and that wasn't a very happy or celebratory feat from ESPN. And we even see, like, as much as WWE promotes so much of their partnerships and other achievements, we don't see a lot of recognition to their partnership with ESPN and the WrestlePalooza event. We haven't seen that. So
but to be honest with you, the fan that doesn't want to pay $30, $31 for ESPN, if you go to sites while the show is running on Twitter X, people are just uploading highlights of the matches right after they happen. So you can cut to the chase and watch the whole show in 9 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's more controversial advice than Stephanie McMahon suggesting.
But it's true. I know it's true. I was on the road and I missed the AEW recent pay-per-view. So I went to Twitter and I saw the highlights of every match within like 10 minutes.
Yes, WWE shows highlights of Raw as well, and WWE does show like highlights within shows. I mean, within the show, they don't,
These are fans
show,
that are
they don't
posting.
show the whole thing, but they do show, highlights of the
These
show.
are fans that are posting them on their websites, on
Say that
Twitter.
again. Yeah, these are fans. Yeah. I know what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. That's that advice is it's more controversial than Stephanie McMahon suggesting a VPN. So, but hey, however you want to watch Saturday Night's main event, you do you, and hey,
I'm going to watch it on Peacock.
Proceed with caution, I would say.
I'm going to watch. I don't get ESPN Plus on my Comcast cable system on Xfinity, but I do get Peacock.
Wonderful. Bill Apter, it's been a fun ride, my brother.
Pleasure.
Yes.
I'm not going to say work with you, but to be with you every Tuesday.
Thank you, man.
I love it.
Appreciate that. Yes, indeed, man. Our wonderful, beautiful friendship that we have commenced and blossomed over this past few years, man, has led us to be roommates twice on the road.
Yeah.
That was all fun and cool, and hang out with each other on local shows when you would come to Ohio.
Sure.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All fun, man. Bill,
I'm going to tell you, I love you. I love you in a guy way. Of course, I always throw that in.
That's you don't ever have to say that, man.
I always do.
I'm married to a beautiful woman with 3 kids. You are a brother from another mother, and I don't think that there's really a guy way to love. I think just love someone just with all your heart and your passion, man. It's not sexist.
To love somebody.
Yes,
to love somebody. And going back to the Bee Gees again.
Yes, indeed. I love you back in every way, Bill.
Thank you, Dr. Chris. We can't figure out a way to end this.
Well, you do your moniker, I do mine. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final episode of UnSKripted. On behalf of Bill Apter, I'm Dr. Chris. Have a good night, buddy.
Follow me and subscribe on the number one wrestling video, and a very special edition with the guardian angel of Abdullah the Butcher tomorrow. See you at the matches. Yeah, I'm still
pancakes and power slams. Go there, subscribe.
Yeah.
God bless you. So long.